Good morning, people across the world, fellow travellers on this blue-green ball hurtling through space. Oh, I forgot, I did mention it in the comments to somebody. I'm not sure I mentioned it on the last video, but Molly has had her birthday. It was on the 23rd. I did forget to mention it, but she's now 15. She had a birthday, we had a lovely day. She's in good spirits, 15-year-old little girl. I'm very proud of her, and we're out again. And it's a beautiful morning. Now, yesterday, I was walking along a path a couple of miles behind me, and I had some headphones on. These headphones that they kind of hang on the side of your ear, so they don't actually go in your ear hole. So it means you can still hear ambient sounds. And I was listening to an audio book, and I was walking along in a world of my own, and I noticed that as I was walking along, I was looking down to my left a little bit. I was at the edge of the path, and I was looking at the green grass, and it was covered in tall, very bright buttercups with trunks of fairly narrow trees growing out of it. And it was like just three colours, nothing else: the brown and the green and the yellow, all earth colours, all complementing each other. And I went into kind of a bit of a trance. There was no reason to take my eyes off it, so I didn't take my eyes off it. And I suppose I went into, it was almost like a meditative state as I looked at this beautiful thing that was kind of coming into view slowly. I was walking slowly, coming into view, and the air was clean and crisp, and it had rained. So the colours were vibrant with the moisture. The air was vibrant with the moisture and the coolness. The sun was the other side of the trees. There was dappled shadow coming through, dappled light coming through. It was a great experience. It was almost, you know, when you kind of think, oh, this is perfect. Could this get any better? And I really don't think it could have got any better. Everything had come together to make it perfect. But we often walk through nature in a kind of taut state of mind, don't we? I see it all the time. I can see it in people's body language when we pass them. The bodies are taut. The movements aren't fluid. They aren't there in the entirety. They haven't given themselves up completely to the environment they're in. They're out there to give them bodies a bit of exercise, some fresh air. But the mind needs exercise, the mind needs peace as well. Especially in the kind of environment we live in now, when we're bombarded with all this rubbish through social media and through the news, and even as we walk down the street and stand in a shop, there are things going on. And 9 times out of 10 I've found it's not positive. Life isn't positive anymore. I mean, I'm an old fogey, I know I am. But I do remember positivity. Just in every day as you walk round, people were less burdened, and I can understand that because people are more burdened nowadays. So it's more important that you give yourself up to nature, to a pleasant environment, to a peaceful environment. What's the alternative? Crack cocaine? Smoking a bit of weed, having a few whiskies on a Friday night so that you fall over drunk and forget it and wake up feeling like rubbish. Running and running and running and running and running to get your frustrations out, get them endorphins flowing. It's great. I used to do it, and it's good. But are we doing it all for the right reasons when this is here, it costs nothing? Nature maintains itself. You don't have to go out and mow nature. You don't have to go out and paint nature. You don't have to go out and vacuum clean nature. It just maintains itself. It's just here. It's here, whether we are here or not. It's like if a tree falls over in the forest, we'll hear it. When we're not here, nature carries on. The sounds I'm listening to now, the birds in the trees, the wind through the leaves, Listen to that bird over there. They are here whether I'm here or not. They're just waiting for me to turn up, like a West End play, like a Broadway musical, waiting for us to come out and enjoy it. It's like a duvet or a comfort blanket, and everybody needs a comfort blanket, whether we like it or not. Surrender to the comfort blanket. Do not be the macho man, all you men out there. I don't need anything out of life. Until you do. Until it all comes crashing down around you and you realise that a great place to be, to get peace, is out here in the countryside. Alone, with your thoughts, when life's getting you down, when you feel like lashing out at the world and lashing out at people, come out here. You can lash out at nature. Nature doesn't mind. That's what nature's here for. Nature will just shrug and think, oh good, I'm doing a bit of good here, he's just lashed out at me. I hope he feels better for it, and you will. Believe me, you will. Because it's fantastic. And that was a bit of a ramble, wasn't it? You can walk along draped in a Kevlar skin of impenetrability, only aware of what's going on within you, with everything else hitting that Kevlar skin and running off. But where's the fun in that? You're aware of your surroundings, but you're not aware of your surroundings. You know that they are there. You know that that trees and that grass and those birds and everything is around you. You're aware of it. You're aware of it like you are aware that somebody is watching you in a dark room. You're aware of something you can't see. You can sense nature around you, but you're not aware of it because obviously there are more important things to think about, aren't there? Well, there aren't. Take it from me. Take it from a wise old man who's lived for thousands of years and still only looks 150. Come on, Molly. Let's carry on. What's she doing? Who knows? In fact, there aren't more important things to think about, but by giving yourself over to nature, you're letting nature in, you're letting nature take over, like a hacker on your computer. But a beneficent one that doesn't mean you any harm and isn't going to empty your bank account or steal all those pictures that you'd rather nobody else saw. Moving through nature, looking at those buttercups, looking at that grass, just letting it take over my vision and take over my mind, made it very difficult to think about anything else. It actually is a physical draw. It's an effort to look away. So if you're having to make an effort to look away from something that is only doing you good and doing you no harm, why look away? That's like eating a lovely meal and still being hungry and getting halfway through and then binning it. Makes no sense, does it? You don't see a beautiful piece of artwork and think, that's nice, I must remember to book the car in for a service. You don't, because at that moment, that's the most important thing. You're not thinking about anything else because that is such a work of art, it's such a beauty, it's so captivating that becomes the important thing. It's only a fleeting, transient thing, this being out in nature. It doesn't last forever. And pretty soon you will be back to the mundane. And when you get back to the mundane, what you will be doing is waiting for the opportunity to escape the mundane once again. So when you do escape the mundane, make the most of it. Don't just glide through it without really thinking about it. Take those times away from the mundane to make them times of value, to make them times to create memories. and good feelings and things you can just think back on when things get a little bit crap. And that's why you need that comfort blanket. It's something you can carry around with you all the time, not always being aware that you've got it, not always actually needing it, but it being there whenever you need it. Your comfy blanket. And that's what nature is. So don't ignore that opportunity. Things in life happen that will take you away and not give you the opportunity to be in a place where you want to be. And you don't want to be in a position where you can say, where you have to say, I wish I could experience that again. Oh, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I was there. I wish I was in that woodland away from all this rubbish. I wish I could hear those birds and look at this greenery that we've got around us now. Listen to that. Just birds in the trees. It's absolutely beautiful. So don't waste the opportunity. Don't be in a position where you're saying, I wish I could experience that again. Be in a position where you can actually live that experience again vicariously through your memory. And that's a wonderful thing. And we shall see you all on the flip. Peace and love.